Hello everyone, I'm the Viking General, and this short video will be about the economy in Total War Shogun 2. Before we get into it, my analytics tell me that you probably aren't subscribed yet. Be sure to do so, as it will make sure you are notified when the second part comes out, and it will help me greatly in growing this community. With that out of the way, let's begin. In every Total War game, it's important to manage your finances, and Shogun 2 is no different. The finance tab in Shogun 2 will show you 3 sources of income: tax income, trade income, and other. The category Other is simple. This will show you your base income that all clans have and any income that you might have from diplomatic deals, including vassals. Trade may seem complicated at first, but it really isn't that complex. You produce resources by either having a province specialty building that produces it, or by having trade ships on a trade node. Each resource has a certain price for it, which will generally increase throughout the game. If you can export those resources to another clan through a trade agreement, you will get the price per exported ton of that resource. Sadly, I'm not sure how the game calculates how many tons the AI will import. If someone knows this, please let me know down in the comments. You will also receive money from trade tariffs and possibly long-term trading benefits for every trade agreement. Trade tariffs are actually quite a nice boost to your trade income. In this example, the trade tariffs make up about 15% of the total trade value from my trade agreements. Increases to trade tariffs will also increase the value of unsold resources. The base is 30% of the price if you export the good, and increases to trade tariff bonuses will add to that percentage. Trade tariffs are increased by the Naval Tradition Province specialty buildings and by the Chonindo and calligraphy arts from the Way of the Chi tree. Finally, other clans may raid trade routes or blockade ports. If this happens, you can see it in the first column of the trade screen. However, it will not say what the financial effect actually is. The value column will display the amount you would receive if the trade route is unaffected. As you can see, the total trade value and unsold resource value combined is much higher than what it displays in the finance tab. If a port is blockaded, it will block all trade income. If a trade route is raided, the raiding clan takes some of the trade route's wealth, depending on how many ships are raiding the route. By hovering the cursor over the trade route, you can see how much money you actually get. In this example, we see the trade value of the trade agreement with the Honma is 746 koku. The trade route gives a value of 709 koku. This is the actual amount of money we make from this trade agreement. If we look at the Ashina trade route, we can easily see that neither of us is making any money on this trade route, since the Ashina port is blockaded. Even if a port is blockaded by your allies, in this case the Hojo, you will still not receive any money. Next up will be the tax income. Your tax income is calculated by adding all the taxes you earn from each province. How much you earn in each province is displayed by the province overview screen. Each province has a certain amount of wealth, which is comprised of 4 factors: farming, commerce, mining, and town. The farming, commerce, and mining wealth comes from the buildings in the province. Town wealth can be increased or decreased by town growth. However, the town wealth cannot go below 0. Town growth is impacted by buildings, the tax level, arts, global food supply, and unrest. Your tax rate will determine how much of the province will actually be counted towards your income. Your tax rate is affected by the tax level, which ranges from 10% at minimal to 50% at very high tax level. Furthermore, arts, characters, and buildings can all increase the tax rate. Finally, the tax rate is reduced by administration costs. Administration costs increase as you gain more provinces, and you can find the exact percentage in the finance screen. Your tax rate will be multiplicatively reduced by this number. This means that if you have a tax rate of 63% before administration costs and an administration cost of 42%, your tax rate will be reduced by 42% of 63%, which is 25%, which results in a final tax rate of 36.5%. In the next province, our base tax is 33%, which means that 42% of 33% is 30.9%, resulting in a final tax rate of 19.1%. Just remember, administration costs are basically taxes of your tax rate. Luckily, in Shogun 2 in general, the increase of administration costs of conquering new territory will not be higher than the extra money you will get from the new province. Hopefully, you will now have a deeper understanding of how economy works in Shogun 2. In part 2, we will look at how we can apply all this knowledge and see what strategies there are. Thank you for watching.